thank God I didn't get these grubby hands on the book. I just paid money, so it made me look good. So I sort of felt like I was just going to do a version of me carrying an axe and wearing spiky boots.
I read somewhere that it was you who got interested in Denis Johnson's novella about 10 years ago, but you couldn't get the rights there? Or
yeah,
the rights
back in 2018 I had been given the book, read it, tried to get the rights, they were taken, and it's very good that they were, because otherwise we wouldn't be here talking about Clint's version of the movie. So yeah, thank God I didn't get these grubby hands on the book.
I wonder, with adaptation, how do you translate words into pictures? Do you think in terms of words while making pictures, or do you have to kill the book in a way and make something completely new?
Well, I think that's a good question. I think like maybe Clint could answer that better, but I feel like in a way that's what we used to do with scripts. You know, you when you're shooting a movie, the reason you're shooting that movie is because you like the script. And I feel that the reason you adapt probably a book into a script is because you like the book. And I feel like there is some respect to it, but also you need to understand that it's a different medium. Some things work on a script, but don't necessarily it's going to translate into words when you're shooting it. So I feel like it's really being really familiar to what that script is giving you, what that story is giving you, but knowing that you need to translate that into something else, almost like a translator that you don't necessarily translate it word by word, but you've got to get the meaning of it to maybe do something as good as what you read. So I feel like it's just really forgetting, but forgetting with a lot of understanding of what you read.
I wonder if you were thinking in terms of other films, because one might see it as a Western, but not a typical Western. I also couldn't help but think of Terrence Malick while watching it. Were any of such references on your mind while making it?
For me, I'm not thinking about the making of the film, but I'm always curious what a director is thinking visually. For me, I'm looking at the character and saying, how do I relate that to performances I've seen, and thinking about very non-verbal performances. And I've been through that experience once before with a movie I did with Jeff Nichols called Loving, where I barely said, similar. I had a lot to think, a lot of feelings in that movie, but not a lot of words came out of my mouth. So I'd had a bit of an experience with that, but I've always been interested in performances of people, men or women, but particularly men, of stoic men who push their feelings down and find it hard to express themselves. So I'm thinking about it in those terms myself.
I wonder, with such a specific role, which, like you said, no dialogue, almost no dialogue, very silent, how much of it is pre-planned for you, or how much you rely on instinct?
Nothing is really pre-planned for me. I mean, I'm not sort of sitting there in the morning or the night before, you know, like looking in the mirror going, all right, man, then I'll do that, and that'll work, you know. For me, it's about just connecting with what's happening in each moment. And if the moment is about joy or about reconnection or a farewell, I know all of these things, and I think more than any character I've played in years, this felt very much like it was some version of me, because I'm a husband and I have two very small kids, and I have anxieties that are raised from that. My greatest fears swirl around protecting them, and so I sort of felt like I was just going to do a version of me carrying an axe and wearing spiky boots in some way. And I don't mean to diminish it, but I think the less you have to stretch your imagination, and those things are inside of you. And then if without words you can think the right things in the right moment and not pre-plan it, then you're in the hands of someone special that knows how to frame it, capture it, then it will work. And trusting that it will work, rather than thinking that I have to do something extra to make it happen.
Okay, and I was also going to ask you about the relationship between cinematographer and actor, because it's quite an interesting relationship in that you you're codependent in a way, right? But do you communicate?
100%.
Do you communicate on the set, or does all communication happen through the director?
I just pay money, so make me look good. No, it's
I
funny.
had to give him back.
I was thinking about this question. I was thinking about this on my way to Poland because I've never been to this festival, and I know the focus, excuse the pun, is about cinematography. See what I did there? And I remembered that almost every job lately in the last, say, 10 years, one of the first things I want to do if I walk onto a set is one of the first people I want to shake hands with or say hello to is the cinematographer.
If he doesn't like you, you look bad on that.
Well, it's understanding that relationship is super important. It's funny if you drew lines between people. Like I understand at times I've been a director that I want my cinematographer and production designer to really understand each other because those two roles they need to be a partnership. But I think actor and cinematographer should really understand each other and have a good language with each other too. If they don't, the movie can still be fine, still be great, but it's nice to be able to have conversations without the director if you need to. Not that we're hiding something from Clint, but...
Yeah, I think especially because if you are operating the camera, for example, you are the closest person to the actors, and I was sometimes like really close to him, So it's just like if you don't have a good relationship, how do you even make that happen in a smooth way, in a way that benefits the movie, and it's not like an imposition, and I'm not like, Joe, can you please?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but can you just please move a bit that way?
Yeah.
If you need to have all that, then it's like it's just getting on the way. And I feel like having a good relationship and knowing that the trust is mutual really evolves everything in a good way. And I feel like our environment on this set was so special between all the actors and us together that felt so magical and easy to get it going.
So where does Clint come in? Is there anything you expect or need from a director?
Everything.
Oh, everything, yeah. I'm not saying like we could do this on our own. No, don't ever get...
I'm sure he could.
It would be a...
But he's not here, is he? So, I mean, we really...
Take over!
Train Dreams, if you liked it, it's really because of us. No, I mean, Clint is the access point of everything. I always think that a director, someone said to me once who was about to direct a movie for the first time, what am I in for? And I said, it's like 20 people are in a circle, each of them have a ball, and they're all trying to throw it to you at the same time, and you've got to catch all of them and throw them back. Like every person is looking for information from you so that they can do the right thing by you. I think Clint is an incredible... he's an incredible orchestrator, partly because he empowers everybody that's with him. He listens to everybody, but just because I said something about the script, he wouldn't change the script, but he would listen, he would put it in his computer, and then he would say, yes, I agree with that, or he would say, actually, I disagree with that because of this. So I really respected Clint, and I always feel like I want to be able to look to my director and be directed and please them and have that relationship where I'm not going, I don't need you. Like, I'll just do my thing. Everybody's important. The director is really smart if they understand that.
Yeah, and I feel like if I think a good director makes sure you understand their vision and then allow you to interpret yourself. And I think that's what Clint does so well.
Yeah.
And this is a cinematic film, very cinematic. Do you think it will work on Netflix?
I believe it will. I mean, someone asked me the other day, about people who have strong opinions about streamers, people who love cinema, very hard to let go of things. I've had a changing relationship about my relationship with, I've sold movies to Netflix in the past, at times begrudgingly, and then realised the value of the entire world being able to see something that normally is out of access for a lot of people. But beyond that, you know, I think it's the responsibility of telling a really, really good story so that people don't get distracted. And, you know, I used to grumble about it. A very good friend of mine, a filmmaker, said, how many of your favourite films did you ever watch at the cinema? And I realised that when I was discovering all of the cinema of the 70s, I was in diapers, or I was, you know, playing with like toys. I wasn't going to the cinema to watch Dog Day Afternoon. I watched it on a shitty television at my house. And I do believe that format is precious. You know, I want people to see this at the cinema. But if a story is good, I think people will get injected in there. They'll lose themselves, I believe. I hope.
I think that's a very good point, and we'll end on this positive note, I think, yeah. Thank you very much.
They should watch it at the cinema. And if they watch it at home, expect me to walk in and a stranger will be like, what's he doing here? And I'm like, just turning the cinema mode, turning it off sports mode.
For what it's worth, I watched it at home and it worked great. So
Amazing.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.